client was going to log on. I'm looking at the list. Yes, Jason is there. There's Jason Epstein.
Okay.
Hello.
So
How are
Carrie,
you?
can we put everyone else in the waiting room?
Do you want to do that or just have people mute, just so we don't miss anybody?
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, Bill.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for
Hello.
letting us present to you. As you see, Jason Epstein is the owner of this property. And we actually were in front of the board back in 2019, August, for a prior version of this plan. And then we've made some modifications to the scope and the project. So need to come back to the ARB with these modifications. It's somewhat the same program elements to it, but we've kind of tucked it further into the house from what we previously had. But the comparable elements are it's an addition to create two better garage spaces. The current house has a very low ceiling existing two garage bay in the basement, and very difficult to even get an SUV in the a tall car inside the garage. So the two-car garage is an important component. And then a family room, sunroom type space was also part of the prior program. We've now added as well a deck, and now we've added a screen porch onto the program as well. Daisy, shall I go ahead and do the screen share from me for the plans?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So so this is we have the basement plan and first floor plan, and then the 4 elevations, and even some perspectives that we could show. This is the basement plan. So and sorry, give me a second, I gotta get over to this. The existing house in the basement, where my cursor is a existing two-car garage. This is actually 2 separate doors, and we're proposing as part of this to eliminate the post in between and create one wide door. The existing doors are 7 feet wide, and so very.
Bill, can
Yes.
I just interrupt for 1 sec?
Sure.
Do you have photos of the house?
Oh, gee, I didn't load those up yet, but give me a
Okay.
second and I do. And I don't know, maybe it would be better to pull up I think I submitted them as part of the application.
We have it, Bill.
What's that?
If you don't have it, we have it.
I have that here. Let me get my brain in gear. With this, with the screen sharing, there's always things in the way, so forgive me.
It's okay.
So I'm going to stop the screen share and then restart it with hopefully our application materials here. Slide over. Come on. No, that's a neighbor's house. Let me get to the front of our house first, and then I'll slide back to these other ones. There is the front of the subject house, 2-story colonial style. Then from the other side, the sort of right side of the front of the house, And then that's a big picture. Let me reduce that. Here is the right side of the house. And for some reason it doesn't go any smaller, but these are the two existing garage bays I was describing with the post in between, 7 feet wide, very narrow, short doors. Behind the house in this corner is a screen porch, outdoor screen porch with open space underneath of it. That's behind the lattice. And so our current proposal is to take down this screen porch and build the two-car garage with a storage bay with a new sunroom on top of it, and then a screen porch out behind that. So our subject part of the property house is this rear right corner of the house. Here's the photo of the rear of the house. The part of the where we're proposing to do the construction work is that screen porch. So that would come down as I'm describing, and the new garage with sunroom above would be built in that corner. The balance of the existing rear of the house would fairly well stay the same, and these arched doorways would remain, and we'll build a 14-foot deck out behind the house over this brick patio, that deck being in line with the first floor. These steps would go away, and we would do a little modification here to build out this rear corner of the house, still a door in this same place to come out onto the deck. But then these...
So right now they're doors to nowhere?
Correct.
Basically, oh.
And actually only one is a door.
Oh, okay.
You can see this middle one is the only one with a hardware on it. The other two are fixed panels all across the opening. But the anticipation was always to build a deck back here, and it just never got built. So that door is sealed at the moment.
Bill, your drawings show large rectangular doorways in place of the arched openings.
Correct. Yeah, I actually misspoke. We've gone back and forth on that. We will take out these 3-panel doors and arched transoms and put in large full height to this header height 3-panel doors, 2 sliders behind a fixed panel. And all 3 of those openings would get that same development.
Okay.
Part of what we're doing, and then if it's okay, I'll go to the
Yeah. I
the
just wanted to
elevation.
see the pictures.
Yeah. So let's go back to there. Make sure I find the right. What happened to my? Hopefully this is it. Yes, there we go. Can you see the floor plan now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, this is the basement floor, the existing garage that we're going to modify, take out the post in between and make that one large door. And we'll see that on the elevation in a second. The main part of the garage is this 2-bay, garage space. Mr. Epstein would like the garage to have a tall ceiling. So a principal element of this modified plan is we're creating a 10-foot high ceiling for the garage. The floor would remain the same. That means the floor above the sunroom floor is 3 feet above the first floor. And so we'll show you that in the floor plan in terms of how that comes out, and also the elevations. We're also, so the two program spaces above the garage is a sunroom, which occupies about 2/3 of the garage footprint, and then a screen porch, which occupies about a third of the garage footprint. You otherwise see that this back section of we might call it the garage, is actually intended to be a storage area. We're going to still have a narrower overhead door. The door here will be 7 feet wide by 8 feet tall, where the other two main garage doors will be 9 feet wide by 8 feet tall. So the intention is to create very open garage space. Mr. Epstein has several collector vehicles that he would like to garage in here, in addition to a couple of SUVs, and so needs the additional height in the garage to accommodate those things. Over on the left here, the back of the existing house is this dashed line with these existing piers, and then the proposed deck is this section out above here. The existing brick patio and some stone walls will remain there, and we'll just build the deck over the top of those, and then put lattice panel around the base of the deck. And this will be a sort of outdoor storage area, much like what Mr. Epstein has presently under the existing screen porch. I'll go now to the first floor. Maybe focus in on the new proposed spaces are, as I mentioned, a sunroom in this zone, and then a screened porch out at the back edge of it. As I mentioned, the sunroom floor is to be 3 feet above the main floor level. So we have to accommodate a set of stairs to get up to that sunroom space. And so, and by the way, the sunroom, you could effectively, it's like a family room, but it's going to be hopefully very sunny, so we call it a sunroom. The set of stairs, though, here would provide access internally up to the sunroom space. You can see that the right side, and we'll look at the elevations again, is very glassy, a lot of windows. Same with what faces the front of the house, 2 large windows there. And then a predominant feature is a 16-foot wide sliding glass panel door, 2 4-foot sliding panels actually in the middle, and 2 stationary panels beyond it. And then 2 4-foot windows on either side of that, but creating a very glassy opening to the rear of to the rear yard of the house. The screen porch would be at that same level as the first floor in the sunroom, and that would have screen panels all around the perimeter, a door on the left side here, onto a little set of stairs down to this new deck.
Isn't that landing and stair going to conflict with the sliding door it's right in front of?
No, the sliding door in front of, that's a fixed panel there. The 2 sliders would slide over, if they were both to be open, would slide in front, behind on the inside of that.
But the landing is, I'm
Would be
assuming,
visible.
3 feet in front of 3 feet high, right in front of that glass
Correct.
panel.
So you would see the face of the railing and the base underneath that.
Don't you think that's a little bit odd? Like it's a leaf catcher, odd damp space?
Well, it's the best location in terms of accessing from the sunroom or from the screen porch down to the deck without using up more of the deck space. We did consider other locations for the doors and the stairs here, other configurations, and those took up more of the deck area. So this was the most compact stair solution that still enabled a broad area, beyond the landing of the stair of the deck, and still maintain the broadest use of the deck without extending a stair or further over across the deck. So yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. So we felt that this was the best balance of the pros and cons. There's a lot of view out of this room, and this is the dining room, by the way, this existing space. So obviously with all these glass panels, there's a tremendous view through to the backyard through those anyhow. And so we in this space is kind of more like a walkway space in any event. So we didn't feel like we were sacrificing anything there. And certainly if this landing and stairs would move further towards the rear, you're still going to be looking at the side of that landing, from the interior anyhow. So so we thought just creating the most usable deck was best in this location. I'll finish in terms of the deck. We'll see on the elevations. We're proposing a cable rail system for the railing of the deck. So again, to reinforce this notion of being able to maximize the view through to the rear yard. There's a beautiful developed rear yard, and the Epsteins wanted to be able to, maximize the view of that from inside the house as well as on the deck. I'll go to the elevations here then. This is the front elevation of the house. The existing main house is what's on the left here. Our addition is the portion projecting out to the right. So most of the garage is back behind, the garage and sunroom is back behind this right side of the house, and it's about an 8-foot projection out from the face of right side face of the house for this, the extension of the garage. And so we're providing a passage door into the garage. This is the primary driveway area, so providing access from the driveway into the garage. This would also be the way, other than opening the garage door, to get into the existing garage space as well. And then in the sunroom above, creating windows to bring in the daylight from the front of the house. And this is the pattern of windows that we're proposing around the side as well. We're doing a cathedral ceiling inside the sunroom, so it's an open ceiling space with essentially these. The tops of these windows are about 10 feet above the floor, and the eave height is about 11 feet or so above the floor line. One other feature is we're proposing a roof across the front and wrapping around the side of the house to protect the doors into the garage space, but it also, I think, adds it helps to break up the facade and break it down in terms of the height of the facade. We'll move to the right side elevation. So the existing house is here on the left. The proposed and the two garage bays plus the storage bay, which we're doing as another overhead door. The sunroom element is up here, and then the screen porch element is here. And obviously the grade pattern is the screening on the for the screen porch. We're proposing a pitched roof, the pitch of which matches the pitches of the main house over the sunroom. And then you'll see on the rear elevation, we're putting windows in the gable end of this of the sunroom above this roof, and so a very low-pitched roof in order over the screen porch in order to maximize the amount of light that can come into the sunroom from the rear.
So the third bay is not as wide, correct?
Correct. That's a 7-foot door, whereas the other two are 9-foot.
Okay.
And the old garage, what's happened to the old garage? That looks like it has garage doors still?
Right. So we're right now there are two separate doors. We're going to take out the post in between and make it one large door, matching the same style as the existing doors. I'll also point out that right now those doors are this same height, which is I think they're 6.5-foot high doors. So, and a 7-foot ceiling inside the garage, we're going to treat the facade above the doors to try to give it a taller crown height on the outside so that we get closer to matching the height of the 8-foot doors. This bay window in the bottom of the bay keeps us from getting all the way to matching the height of those doors. But that you know, even if we try to do that, the height of this panel above the doors might look silly. So we've kind of stretched it as much as we feel like it looks nice to still stretch, to try to, you know, make those, you know, make the appearance of the doors being comparable in height.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
On the smaller door, you've got the 3 panels and 3 windows meshing the other ones. If you did 2, would they be closer in proportion size-wise to the other doors as opposed to, you know, matching a number?
Now, what do you mean by 2? 2 what?
So the panels.
So the 3 panes. It would be
Like the
2.
windows, the 3
No.
panes in the windows?
all
No,
the way
in
to
the other
right.
one.
Yeah,
All
the
the way to the
7-foot
right.
door.
The smaller garage,
The
new
small,
garage.
the 7-foot
Oh,
door.
I see. That one. So if we did,
Yeah.
yes, I mean, that's, you're probably exactly right. That would be closer in size to these windows, you know, the pattern. If we did 2, might be larger than those. You know, we could take a look at that. You know, it's between, yeah, so no problem to look at that.
Okay.
By the way, just to point out, we've got skylights on the roof, 4x4 skylights into the sunroom, and then a couple of 4x4 skylights into the screen porch. I'll go to the rear elevation. All right, that's the side. I'll do the rear first because it's, come on. Sorry. So here's the rear elevation. Again, this right side is the existing house. The existing screen porch, which is here, is coming down. And this is the new garage storage area with the new screen porch on top of it. And as I said, this low pitch roof over the screen porch so that we could get windows in the gable end of the sunroom to be able to bring more light into the sunroom from the rear. A couple of convenience doors on the rear into the garage, the storage area of the garage. I didn't point out, you can see it from here, that as you noticed, we're doing the facade of the full facade of the garage bays in a stone veneer, wrapping that around the corner here, and then a stone veneer base across the back of the house, and kind of picking up on, these are existing stone walls in the rear of the house. I mentioned that these existing arched windows we're removing and replacing with rectangular windows or squared off windows in the same opening width and the same overall header height. And these are sliding panel doors where 2 of the panels are operable, sliding in back of the 3rd panel, and creating the opportunity for, you know, opening up the house.
You have a roof plan?
And you're easy to locate that staircase centered on a triple window so people can look straight out.
Yeah, the staircase, we have an existing generator which is off to the, from this view, off to the left of the staircase. And so unfortunately it would be in the way of centering the stair on that center set of doors. And so we defaulted to, you know, it had to move to the right for that reason. So we thought maybe it's better still to center it on something than not centering on anything. But that's a, you know, that's a, you know, something that could obviously be modified, but it can't be centered on that center panel doors unless the generator was relocated. And they didn't want to bear the cost of relocating the generator. It's just I think 3 or 4 years old.
Hey, Bill, do you have a roof plan?
We actually have some perspectives, and I can go to, I think the last perspective here shows,
Well, just so everybody knows, I have a big problem with that stair smack in front of that door.
okay,
But anyway, keep going.
okay. Here's the, perspective. I didn't have the roof plan here in terms of a plan, but thought maybe this is more helpful in terms of understanding what the roof configurations are. These gables and this part of the roof is the existing, and then this gable is the new sunroom roof, and then this is the screen porch roof.
Do you have it from the other side of the addition, the garage door side?
I don't have the roof view from there. I have, flip back here. We have this perspective, obviously not at roof level, but down from more ground level.
Right. So between the that arched window and
Up
the
here?
gable and the gate, yes.
Yeah,
You look like you were showing something to resolve it in elevation, but I don't see it here.
it's a cricket roof. I'll go back to that perspective. Hard to see here too.
Yeah, that's
There's
why I
a-
wanted to see it, because I don't see exactly how you're going to resolve that. But
There's a cricket roof here. So this is the ridge of that cricket roof, and then it pitches back down to.
so it's going into the end of the gable.
Yeah, it pitches back down to here. We're going to need a gutter down through here to pick up that water coming back into there. But thought that was a better resolution of this intersection. At one point, we had this ridge continue all the way across to this roof, and this would have been a wall area, and that looked unusual.
Right.
So,
I think your elevation shows that.
does the elevation still show the other? Let me go back to there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, this shows that lower
That's the
cricket
cricket.
roof,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Is that what you're?
Well, I couldn't tell if that was a wall or a cricket from.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to see it.
So that's a roof plane coming back down
Okay.
to the edge of the roof meets this bottom corner.
Right. Right.
Does your new roof line align with anything else on the existing building?
Here we'll go back to
The roof plate?
yeah. So the bottom of the sunroom roof. Is that what you're saying? This?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, where we
Yeah.
couldn't go any higher than this peak, and we kept the pitches of the roof matching. These same pitches are the existing house pitches, so we kept that pitch, and that created this roof level. So, if we were to raise this up, it would flatten that roof out, and that would look odd. And we certainly didn't want this peak to go any taller than this existing peak. Otherwise, you would see it from the
Mhm.
front.
Okay.
Here, if you don't mind, I'll just go through these other perspectives. Here you can see how we're trying to address the existing garage door to kind of be back in the family of the new garage doors.
Is there any reason that just as a good perspective to see that you didn't keep the same fenestration rhythm with the screen porch that you did with the sunroom?
We're trying to reduce the number of verticals in the sunroom, increase the view. But that's something that is certainly something that can be modified. It's sort of a trying to show it as something different, and yet in the family of what the sunroom is. But trying to maximize the amount of view through the screen. This screening panel, by the way, would be a heavy-duty screen that can cover these kinds of heights and distances, and also meets the code for what's required for the base of the screen. So we don't need a railing at the bottom here, not that a railing would be necessarily needed here because of the roof, but on the back, it would have needed a railing. So that's a type of heavy duty screen that meets that code. Here is more, view moving around towards the back of the house. Again, looking at it from the rear angle there. And then here's the back of the house, seeing the screen porch and the deck.
And the horizontal tall guard you have there, what's that for?
Yeah, and that actually got rendered incorrectly. It's supposed to be, these are supposed to be horizontal boards with little gaps in between, and it got rendered as, the gaps as solid, and the where the boards are supposed to be, that's hollow. So this was supposed to be a privacy screen fence to screen from the neighbor's house for the functions that might happen on the deck. So my apologies that got rendered incorrectly, but that would be a wood screened wall.
Right.
Otherwise, the railing would be a cable railing. And again, we're trying to otherwise maintain as open of a view to the rear of the property. I'll point out one other modification. Right now, this rear left corner of the house has a recessed walkway, and this wall plane is set back about, I think it goes back to the existing, actually it doesn't. It goes back partway to where this existing second floor wall is. So we're building that out in order to have a flush wall all across. We're reusing the existing door and window. They're relatively new. So that's why those are gridded glass versus the center new sliding doors are no grills.
How deep is that eave above the triple doors?
This overhang,
Yeah, it looks very shallow.
yeah, it's shallow. I think it's like six inches.
But presumably you're going to have a gutter on that, right?
Yeah, there is a gutter, right?
And that's
Yep.
going to conflict with your screen door, isn't it? In this rendering.
You're saying over at this side?
Yeah, I'm harping on that because the door is going to smash into
Okay.
the I think
You're
everything
unhappy with the set of stairs right
I'm,
there.
I'm really just
No,
not,
I don't think he is.
yeah, I can keep talking about it. It's just
I don't think he's happy with this.
for new construction to put a stair smack in front of a glazed panel is just weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just an awkward situation.
I mean, it's like you're forcing an ADA compliant, thing.
Yeah.
And-
If
and
it was 3 feet away, that would be something you'd find acceptable, you think?
Can you put it on the edge?
Well, could you
of
put it
I know
inside
you're
the
trying
sun-
to keep the views out.
Yeah,
What
if you
about
put it on
inside
this,
the
On the outside, it's going to be better for the view than if you block it right at the window.
Why don't you put it in? I mean, I don't know the layout of your furniture in the sunroom, but could it go in the sunroom?
could it go in the sunroom?
Yeah, so you walk down the stairs and you're in the sunroom, and then the door,
Mhm.
the screen door comes out at the
Swings
level
onto
of
the deck.
So then the deck looks completely
Opens
normal.
directly onto the.
So you're saying inside the screen porch, have a set of stairs going down here?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. What's underneath that? Just basement?
Storage.
storage
Isn't it
area.
storage?
Yeah, I think that would be a much better idea.
Jason, if Jason is there.
I'm here. Yeah, I would be open to that. I think we had talked about maybe doing that at one point. I'm
Yeah.
fine. The screen porch is plenty big enough. If you can get it in there, I'm fine with that. Or move it to the other end of the deck, or get rid of that glass piece there. But I don't know if that's a good option. That glass panel may not be even needed in that corner, but if we could get it in the screen porch, I think I'd like that.
Okay, I'd rather have that than Actually, I don't mind the triple grouping of three glass doors, so.
I think it's a solution that's worth investigating. That's
Okay.
definitely.
So this door would drop down and be at deck level in this corner.
Right.
And then inside would be the set of stairs up to the screen porch.
Right.
Yeah, I think you need to look at what that does to the
To the
patterning for your
exterior,
screen at the
yeah.
elevation. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this set of stairs away from this outer edge. There was the concept at one point of, we talked about, the stairs out here with the door out at this corner, and this requires then the railing to be up on that landing level.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that looks less attractive for the outer edge of the deck. So trying to keep the stairs away from that edge, certainly if it's inside, then that's not an issue. I probably would say not a fan of that this door would be down at deck level, creating another, set of lines and whatever in this elevation, but in that back corner probably is not, it's something we can still deal with.
Can you go back to the plan so
Sure.
we can look at the plan? Is this stair absolutely necessary? Can you just, because you have the main stair linking these spaces, you have the sliding doors going from the sunroom to the, let's say this, yes.
Yeah.
You
you're
have-
saying
You're
the
saying
same thing.
if the egress.
You have
is-
so many sliding doors connecting these spaces. Do you absolutely need it?
I was
would
thinking the
say
same
you-
thing. I don't really know until I live in it, but what do you guys think? Do you think, do
Because
you think
you have-
I could always go inside and up and around to get in there, and
right,
just
you have-
eliminate them altogether if need be, but
I can't show it on the plan because we don't have access. Yeah, so where's your cursor? If you go down, just no, down. Yeah,
Okay.
no. Okay, all right. So let's say through this stair, you have access either through the main sliding doors
Sure.
to the deck, and you can
Yeah.
also have this way.
Yeah.
So if you are in this space, you can just take this stair and just eliminate it. And then, I don't, I mean, it's a convenient thing, but it's not, I think it's not necessary.
It's
if
really
that
an
doesn't
indoor room, right? I mean, it's really an indoor room, even though it's screened.
Here's my opinion. My opinion would be to create that connection still, because I think there still is a viability to be able to go from the screen porch to the deck.
But you have this big sliding door in the middle.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you can just do what, 3-4 feet into this stair, and then I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right that you could, from here, you could go through this room, through the dining room and back out.
I mean,
I
is
just
this
feel,
connection that, you know what I mean? Is it something that you're going to be using on a daily basis? Or if that's the case, then yes, but I don't know, how the, how the owners.
I would say, I think there's a good chance that somebody in the screen porch, especially in nice weather, would likely want to go out onto the deck and out onto the ground. And so to walk through 2 rooms to get back out to the deck just seems, it's more than what we would recommend.
If that's the case, I would also think that maybe that stair should be inside.
Yeah, I would go
That's
for
it.
that.
And those lines, you can work it out,
Right.
that's like you mentioned. And
Yeah,
can we
Yeah, I
go
would-
back to that perspective again, where you have
Sure.
that partition, that's a private partition? Can
yeah,
it
the screen
just-
fence.
Right, the upper part, can it just be aligned with the headers of the
Yeah,
doors and the
bring it
windows?
up there.
Yes.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we picked 6 feet as just a round number. And any other questions?
No, I'm fine with the rest of it.
So are we going to have him return with the revised changes, Bob?
Yeah, the changes need to be documented. Is this something you can, document while we're still meeting tonight, like step back for
If you-
a half
if you
hour
could-
and then come back and share?
I'd be happy to do that. We can mark up on this perspective. Just say, take out the stair, drop this door down, and then the mark on the plan, put the stairs inside.
How do we do that? Because
That wasn't me.
in the days now we have Zoom calls, right? In the old days when we were together, you could mark,
Right.
hand us a drawing, you could hand it to Daisy and Tom. Now you can't do that. Can you mark it up and like immediately email it to Daisy and Tom where they
I could do that, or wait on the meeting, and then when you're done, I'll have a markup of this that I can put back up as a screen share.
Right, and how do we get it to the town?
Well, Tom would see it. I could obviously then email it if you're unless Daisy, is it something that I can email to you in 10 minutes and then that's good?
Just as a process, the hard thing is if you mark it up, we look at it, we like it, and then if you're going to send it over tomorrow or the next day, everybody forgets what they looked at and approved.
Yeah. No, yeah, and by the way, the markup would be I'd put a red X through these stairs, I'd draw a red door drop down, and then on the floor plan, draw a box on the floor plan to say, interior stairs here or something. And give that as a very basic red mark is what I'm thinking. And then of course,
Is this screen getting cut down on the right? Is that screen getting cut down or is it staying on the right?
Can you just quickly show the other side of the screen as well?
the other side of the
The
screen.
side, yeah, the screen in Porch.
Oh,
Where
sorry.
Bob
yeah,
had an issue in terms of the,
like that view.
Well, I just think I don't object to this, but if it were me, I think it would be nice to continue the language of, I think the sunroom is.
yeah,
the
I
sunroom
agree,
is
but
doing the project, right? It's going to be a fabulous room. You're going to love it. And it'd be nice to continue it. And then you have.
well, and then when you look at, so turn it around again, let's look at from the back. You've
Okay.
got the 4 panels, right? Yeah, because
So-
you do have the four grids there.
So introducing those verticals, kind of mimicking the pattern of the window.
Well, yeah, especially the other side is what bothers me, but.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were me, I would even continue the roof, the nice pitched open roof in an outdoor space. I don't think the cost is so significant in outdoor space.
Well, here, do you want to see that option?
yeah, all right.
We have that option. It's actually on the what we submitted, and then we just thought that roof looked large.
Too big, yeah.
Yes. Hey, do you want to see it or?
Show it to them. I'd like to get their opinion. That'd be great.
Okay, let me give me a second because I
Maybe it wouldn't
got
be so
to.
much,
This is like, it's like American Idol for architecture. I like it. I get everybody's opinion.
Oh yeah, I know what I can do. Sorry, is the stop share. Sorry. That's the farther. So a little further. Oh, what am I doing? All right, sorry. I'm outsmarting myself. Give me a second. I know where I got to go find it in another place. Is it this one? Yes. I don't think you can see that yet. I'm going to do the screen share. So there's the side elevation with that pitched roof extended all the way across. We made the change of this double window with that overhead door
Smaller
there and
garage.
extended this roof back.
You have an axon? Do you have that three-dimensionally like you did? the-
Yeah, I might have that here. And the so, do you see a rear elevation right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the view that scared us when we saw this, that gable would be screening. And we just thought that that was overwhelming in terms of the amount of screen. So the idea that that gable roof extended all the way back to the back of the screen porch seemed to be,
Well,
well,
if you broke up, again, if you broke up the screening into the same, pattern, more vertical and horizontal, and you put, it doesn't have to be spread. It could be, it doesn't have to be screening. You could put something like that with segments of glass, or you could put just, wood, just, wood fascia.
yeah.
I think you're right. I think that does look a little imposing, but you could do something else up there.
And you would say you would prefer this side view with that roof coming all the way to the rear?
I also think it makes for a nicer space inside. That's just personal preference.
Oh, sure. Well, that was, I know Jason didn't mind this, this scenario.
Yeah, I don't mind the side view. Bill, could you go back and do that we just did with the, we took the screen off the top real quick? And then
This
you
one,
filled it
you
in?
think?
Yeah, the gable where you filled it in with glass or wood,
So our submitted one is this one.
like that.
You
Okay.
can make it look like that. I mean, that's in the distance, but you could make it look like that if it was.
Yeah.
I'd be curious everybody else's opinion on there, if they like that look better than the slanted roof.
Yeah, I prefer the larger one.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yep. And then are you?
I mean, it does look a lot different now that the screen's not on top of that. I actually like it now, but.
Bob, are you suggesting glazing the gable end?
I think that would be fine. I mean, the screen is imposing. I think you could take the elevation there with the three pieces of glass, just bring it up into the
Bring it
foreground.
out to the gable end.
And even though it's an outdoor space, you could still have a fascia. Or you could make it wood if you didn't want to put glass, but glass would be nice because it's like another skylight.
Bill, is that the original plan you gave me?
Yes.
Okay.
Now here, I do have the perspectives of that, I believe, here.
And you will need serious heavy duty screening to not, lose its shape at that span. You might want something with a vertical to get thinner screen that you'd see through better.
Yeah. So here's the perspective with that completed roof, and compared to that perspective, it's like there's too many things in the way here. This one, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that and just treat the top angle piece, the gable piece differently.
As with glazing.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is better.
Okay.
So what we could do is I can mark up this one. Same thing, right? Take out that stair, drop the door down, show the floor and the stairs inside, and then just mark up the side elevation. And by the way, you notice that this one didn't have the screen panel on it yet that we wanted to add. So I can mark that in on here and email that to Daisy.
We'll be able to see it tonight and
Yeah, I'm working on it now.
Okay, so we'll have him work on it and come back at the end of the meeting?
Yeah, if it takes longer than that, then I think we should.
yeah.
push
If
it to
it's
the
too
next.
long, we'll ask you to come back next week.
I mean, because we've already taken an hour on this,
Yeah.
almost an hour on this one
Right.
submission, so.
Well, if you take another hour on the next one, then I got plenty. No, I'll do, hopefully it won't look ugly and too rough, but I'll mark it up quickly and email it to Daisy. And then I'll wait. And if you want to call me back in, I'll put them up on the screen.
All right, we should probably move on to the next one now, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank you very much.
We'll
All right, guys. Thank you
back
for your
in at the
input.
end of the meeting.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next application is for 38 Old Mill Road, James Wright. And I think you're on.
Hi,
Hi,
Janet and James Wright, or Jim, as he prefers.
how are you?
We're good, thank you.
Good. Are you able to share your screen?
Well, our contractor, Dave Stuckert is on, and I think he's going to be talking through the plan.
Oh,
That's
okay.
White Oak.
I do not have the plan on my computer. I only have the physical hard copies.
Let me see if I can share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. Carrie, hopefully I'm doing this right.
I'm here if you need me.
Share. Can everyone see that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead. I'm gonna just scroll through it and you can just talk about the work that you're doing.
Okay. So there's the existing deck. There's an existing deck there, which is in the same exact location as the proposed deck. We're taking it down and rebuilding it brand new, framing, footings, and all. And we're eliminating. There currently is a set of stairs on there, and we're eliminating them. And because I guess they were added on at some point, they don't meet within the setbacks. So we're completely negating the set of stairs, and we're adding a screen-in porch on half of the deck.
Are there photos of the house we can start with just to get a flavor of the building?
Boy, I wonder, are all these screen-in decks because of COVID? Everyone's putting in screen-in decks?
Interesting.
So this is the front of the house. This is the rear of the house.
Yes. So that deck is going to go exactly back the way it was, minus. It's hard to see right now, but there's the stairs. You can sort of see them on the right.
Mhm.
And then there's a little like 3x3 bump out. So that's being negated, and it's going to be a completely rectangular structure. You can see the bump out there, actually.
Is this in Chapel Ridge?
Yes.
Yes.
Did we all go visit this house once upon a time with somebody? Looks very familiar.
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, that was like years and years and years ago.
Yeah, we've been here since 1995, and I think we had an application in 99 thereabouts. It might have been.
Yeah.
Maybe it looks like somebody else.
Could have.
So these are neighboring homes.
Yes.
Google Earth.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So, go ahead. I'm just gonna scroll through and you can just.
Does anybody has any questions regarding anything?
So essentially the project's the deck, is that the
Yeah, the project is just the deck, and then
So
the porch, you can see it there.
no stairs leading down now?
No, well, we've opted out of that for now.
Okay, all right.
Homeowners have
Mhm.
thought about it because where
No, I
the
was just
stairs,
wondering. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Backyard really isn't a space we use. It's very steep.
Mhm.
And we do have access. There's a walkout basement. You can see the door on that part of the screen that you're sharing. So we can still get out to the backyard if we need to from that. But we decided not to opt for stairs this time because the stairs that are there already, apparently, even though they've been there since the early 90s, they would require a variance at this point to keep them. And we decided it was simpler and cleaner, a cleaner look.
So how do you access the deck right now?
Through
Through the
the,
screened-in porch.
So on the other side, there's a door.
So that view right there, the right-hand side where it meets the house, there's a sliding patio door that steps out into the screen porch. And then there'll be a double door on the opposite side of the screen porch leading out to the open portion of the deck.
Do you have a elevation of the other side?
She'll have to scroll. I'm not sure.
There, kind of. That's what you're talking. It's not an elevation.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Is there an elevation?
I don't think so.
No.
I think so.
But that's kind of a section through it.
Yeah.
It'll look exactly like that.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Where's the screen in relation to the guard on the sides that don't have a deck?
What do you mean? The screens, the screen. So in other words, there's going to be a railing, and then the screens are going to go on the outside portion of the railing.
Okay, can you go to your section? Because it doesn't, I don't think it shows that.
Section.
I don't see a screen. I'm not sure what I see there. You have your screen going on the inside.
Oh, the architect does.
Yeah.
Right.
So either here or there. I guess.
Can we see the elevation again? The screen goes on the, I'm confused.
It looks
The
like
screen,
it's
the
inside
screen's
right
on the
now.
inside, the guardrail's on the outside that you see.
Yeah.
I suppose it's whatever.
Which I think that probably makes sense aesthetically, having that guardrail continue, like visually continually around the entire porch.
Yeah, can you just go back to that section real quick? Right, okay, yeah, either one. Yeah, I think it looks better when it's on the outside. But I don't think the detail's complete, but that's not for me to judge, I guess.
Well, can we see the rear elevation again? I think that the other one. Keep going.
Yeah,
Stop.
there.
So that kind of tells the story, right? It's almost like it's being built kind of inside of the railing.
Right.
The railing is supposed to go across both the interior and the exterior portions of the deck.
Yeah, the railing's going on two sides. There won't be a railing on the side where the double screen door is. That'll be screened from basically the underside of the girder to the floor. There'll be like a toe kick, like a base, I guess you would say, probably built up 6 or 8 inches on that side.
Okay.
Yeah, the construction details aren't so clear where the screen goes, how it goes down, how the wall section's built. But
So just,
we get the gist of it.
can you just reiterate, the railing wraps outside on all sides?
On all sides, on the 3 sides of the deck, it only is 2 sides of the actual screened-in porch. On the so there's only a railing on the side that you see right now, and then on the right-hand side, where essentially it's the edge of the deck.
Okay, any comments from any board members?
No, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Okay, thank you. You're
All
approved.
right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Carrie,
Yes.
are we able to put everyone in the waiting room for number 3, except for, I believe it's Wilk?
Yes, we can. Now, the thing is, it is going out live.
Oh, okay. We're not sharing screen. Everyone viewed the plans prior to the meeting. So it's
Okay.
just a discussion.
Okay, so then do you want me to take everyone else into the waiting room for the moment, or?
Yes,
Okay,
except for Doug Wilk.
Okay,
Thank you.
so anybody else who's watching, you'll be in the waiting room and we'll pop you back in when.
And
they're
Jim and Janet, you're done.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Doug, is there anyone else joining us?
No, I don't think so. It's just me.
Okay, great. All right, so we're not sharing screen.
Okay.
So everyone has already seen the plans prior to the meeting.
Okay.
So you can,
Okay. We are
You guys
proposing.
should call it up on your phones or your screens to look at it while we're.
Yeah, I have it.
We can look at it. we
I've
just-
got it.
yeah, you just can't share the screen.
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
But we can talk about it, Daisy? I'm confused.
Yeah, it can be discussed, it just can't be on screen.
Oh, we don't have to talk in code. Okay.
Yeah, we can say, is the project the little cottage house in the back?
Yeah. So what's the purpose of it is for the 3 grandchildren. They.
Can you hold on one
found out-
second? I think we need to put Sarah in the waiting room. Sorry,
Okay.
Sarah.
Sure. Okay, I
Thank
think
you.
I got everyone.
Okay, great, thanks.
I'm a board member.
We're all here.
All right, you're all set.
Okay, so there's the purpose of the structure, it's about 500 square feet, and the 3 grandchildren of my client are still unable to go to back to school in the city where they typically go to school. So this is going to be both an office and a classroom for the tutors. The current house at 33 Old House Road doesn't have really a good space to do this. So this is an accessory structure pretty far back on the property. It's a very simple structure. You will have, you walk in a center door. It's kind of a classic architectural style, more closely related to 15 Old House Road, which my client also owns as well. As the 33 Old House Road is more of just a ranch style house. And this one is a simple structure with a front porch and a cupola. And
Is 15 on the file?
there's a
Is
picture of 15, just
Is
one.
it the first one after
One with the gambrel
the?
roof, the white house with the gambrel roof.
Okay.
That's 15.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of more, I know it's on 33 Old House Road, but that doesn't really have a lot of architectural interest.
Right.
So
Mhm.
this one is just very simple and yeah, and that's pretty much all it is. It's on piers, so we're not doing any foundation. There's a special tulip tree that they're trying to save. So we're working around that as well.
Is this meant for year-round use?
Yes, it'll be heated. It'll be fully insulated to code and heated, and there'll be a small powder room in the back.
I saw some reference to a mechanical space, but I don't really see
The
it.
mechanical space, it's crazy how we did this, but there's a cupola and there's a shaft, and I could send you I don't have the ability to do this, but in the cupola shaft, you kind of.
Oh, there's an access door?
All right, access to.
I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I think it's up in the kind of the attic space of the ceiling.
It's cute. It looks like an old-fashioned rural schoolhouse, you know?
Yeah.
It does.
1-room schoolhouse.
Well, I'm fine with it.
Is there a 4th elevator? Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if we lost
Yeah.
him.
Wasn't there another building built last year?
That
did
was
a
last year. That was,
Just a
that
guard.
was,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
guardhouse.
okay.
Yeah.
But is this in their house or is this in their daughter's house? I mean,
The next
I don't know
door.
the
It's
address.
next door.
Next door, right? Okay.
He'll probably pop back in a second.
Gee, I hope COVID is done before they get a CFO, though. You know. I hope so. You know.
Daisy, I don't know if
The
I had
rendering's really,
his email
quite
to send him
nice.
another invite just in case.
What did you say, Carrie? I'm sorry. What should I do?
I don't know if I have his email because I can send another
Um,
invite from right from the system. If
Let
you want to put
me-
it,
Let me get it. Hold on.
This is a nice rendering. It looks like a
Isn't
walk-
it? It's really, yeah, it looks like a watercolor.
never mind. I think he's back.
Okay.
Oh, he's on his phone. Yeah.
Okay. We lost you.
He's connecting to audio.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. I just did it on my phone. I don't know what happened to my internet connection, so I just went to my cell phone. Am I with everybody or just?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we unanimously,
Yeah,
I lost my.
I'm good with it.
I think we unanimously are
We have.
You take a look.
approving it, correct?
Yeah,
Thank
any questions? No?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No, it's nice.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank- Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Daisy, should I let everyone back or just?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So our next application is 38 Joan Drive, which I believe is Vladimir.
That's me. I'm here. Vladimir Levin, architect.
Hi. And Adam, I'm assuming?
Yep. How you doing?
Okay, good. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
Adam.
Are you
Hey, Vlad, how are you?
are you able to share screen?
Yeah, I could share my screen, Daisy.
Okay.
Who's who?
Vladimir is the architect and Adam is the homeowner.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So this is an addition to an existing house, obviously. We are infilling this.
Can
part
we,
of the
sorry,
house
can we
here.
start with photos first, please?
Oh, of the existing house?
Yes, please.
Neighbors, yeah.
And the
Sure.
neighbor. Thanks.
So this is the existing house. Here's the front view of it. Front entrance. This is the side entrance that we'll be infilling. Side view, the garage. Working our way back around the back of the house. Back elevation. Rear door, window. This is the opposite side of the house. This is a 3-season room currently. That's it. Is that sufficient, everyone? For review, did I go too fast?
No.
Oh, it's okay.
Do you have neighbors' houses?
Yeah. This is 33 Joan Drive. 34 Joan Drive. 37 Joan Drive. 41. And 42. So those are the houses that basically surround our house.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. So in the front of the house, we are infilling this part of the house and making it an interior space. This is there'll be a new door to a new mudroom, and this will be a new roof over that area. We're proposing a new portico over the existing landing at the front of the house. The 3-season room, we're replacing the existing windows with new double hung windows that match the windows on the rest of the house. Here's the side elevation of the garage. You could see the 2 new roofs here. an elevation. This is the one at the mudroom. This is the roof at the rear of the house, the kitchen addition extension. This is the back of the house, the rear elevation. This here is the kitchen extension here. This is a new roof here. All other roofs are existing, and this is a new deck that extends across the back of the house. And this is the other side of the house. All new materials are going to match existing materials. The siding is going to match existing. All the rake details are going to match the existing rakes. The eave details are going to match the existing rake eave details, as well as the corner boards. Essentially, all the trim around the house is going to match what is there now. The existing chimney is going to be repointed and repaired and repainted. It's currently white. The entire house is white, and we're going to maintain that look. Go back to the front.
Okay, comments, anyone?
I'm fine with it. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm good. Okay, you're approved. Well,
Okay, you're all set.
Anne, you gonna say anything?
Well, I was just going to say on the back side of the garage, elevation, I guess.
You're frozen.
You could show
Sorry,
that,
can you repeat that?
please.
You were breaking up for a second.
Could you show the south elevation, please, of the garage? I think it's the south.
Only no.
That's the back.
Yeah, the back.
The rear elevation? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
it here, the back.
I'm not seeing, oh, yeah. My only question is, does anyone miss windows over there?
That's existing, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, is that existing?
Yeah.
This is the
Okay,
existing garage.
okay. If it's existing, I can't comment on it then.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.
I didn't like the blank wall either, Anne, but yeah.
Okay, so our next one is a sign for 234 King Street, Get Well. There's a store, Sarah's on.
Where is
Hello,
it?
everyone.
Where is this on King Street? I'm trying to.
It's actually right across from the King Street Salon and GLR Real Estate.
This up the hill, I guess. I mean,
About halfway up the hill.
what kind of store is it going to be?
It's going to be yoga and like a holistic health boutique.
Okay.
So here's the front door, and it has an existing bracket that we're hoping to put a circular sign hanging from.
What's the sign going to be made of? What material is it?
I believe it's wood, and it looks like 2-foot carved, double-sided.
And is it going to be in the same vein as the other ones, the samples that you put in the package?
Correct. These are some of the neighboring signs. So it'll look similar to that Aura sign, and it will be hanging from the existing bracket.
And it's engraved, the script will be engraved?
Yes.
So the execution's just like Aura, you're saying?
Correct. Yep. And it's by the same company that did Aura, Signs Inc. And I had someone come and take a look at the bracket. They said that that bracket could hold that that size sign.
Okay, I'm fine with it provided,
Yeah,
but I think there
okay
needs to
with
be a
it.
couple of notes, and just a note that it's wood, that it's engraved, because we're making assumptions based on the other.
Was there a second
Example.
part to this picture or no?
Didn't it say something on the next page?
Yeah, scroll down if you don't mind, Daisy.
Okay.
Something like this. 2x2 carved sign installed on an existing bracket.
Okay, it doesn't say
Want
the
it
materials.
thick.
So, yeah.
V carved sign.
And
Yeah,
just say it's a painted wood sign, engraved.
So I'm
We
just
wanna-
making a note that it's a painted wood sign.
Mm-hmm.
With engraved, carved, lettering.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's double-sided and that the get well is also carved too, not just a graphic.
Correct.
And the lettering's on both sides?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Anybody else?
2
have
feet
comments?
by 2 feet.
No, I'm good.
No,
I'm
it's
good.
fine.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
You're all set, Sarah. I just need to get insurances from Signs Inc. before it can go up. So if you can provide that to me, and I'll make sure Tom gets it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Daisy.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good
guys.
night. Okay, so I think we can check back on Bill if he's ready.
Okay.
I'm here.
Hey, Bill.
Wait, who's Shay Harding?
Yeah.
Feverishly working on Adobe Acrobat, trying to do a markup. Let me show you what I got, and hopefully it's enough for what you're wanting us to document. I can obviously email these things to Daisy. So in this perspective, these just to show taking out those stairs, dropping the door. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Okay. Dropping the door down, adding in the verticals into the screen panel. And I didn't get a chance to work on the rear elevation. We're going to make these the glass panels comparable to, let's see, there's the rear. Well, no, not that one. Sorry. Picking up that character of those triangular windows, but bringing it down further and obviously introducing those the verticals. And we would put in, I guess I can kind of indicate it this way. Not in the back. I'm being.
Just on the side.
Do you all care that we create the verticals on this side, on the rear wall, or just on the
No, I
right
think on the
side?
other side.
Yes, on the right side, right?
Right.
Well, are you gonna do it on the left? Are you gonna try to mimic the sunroom on the?
Yes. Is that
I think that's
on-
nice, but that's just.
now when you say Bob, when you say on the left, is it this elevation here?
Yeah, he put that in.
Yes.
He
Go to
indicated
the
that
other
red.
go to the other side. I'm sorry.
And then the other side, hang on. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to draw that, but, and of course, that's the wrong elevation.
That's it. So you.
But you're talking about that screen. You're just
talking
going to
about
put that. Yeah.
the screen on the right side of the elevation. Are you gonna try to mimic the proportions of the window?
Exactly. I was hoping to, I think I have that elevation somewhere up already, but I'll find it here.
There it is.
Yeah,
Where?
just
The bottom.
hang on. A little big. But we would, the patterning here is a little off, so it maybe we're gonna do 4, right? 3? What?
And do you want to lower the bottom one to be at the sill of the sunroom? I think you might want to, I think we're all in sync with each other, but you might want to take a few minutes to think about this and bring it
Yeah.
back next week.
Well, yeah, I'd love to. What we want to do is just repeat this pattern in here. And it'll probably be a little narrower to get 4 bays in here.
But your floor drops also, where you have the opportunity to go.
Say that again, sorry.
Either the floor is lower, or just because of the kind of the roof over the garage, the windows drop. The line of the bottom of the windows is higher than it is in the screen.
Yeah, part of this is the code requires us to have this guardrail at 3 feet above the floor, or this railing, I should say, it's acting as a guardrail. So we have to have that line there versus the sill line of the window. So,
So
but
sorry, one other thing, right? I think we're all in sync on what needs to happen here, but it just seems like there's a lot of things that are stacking up that it's going to take more time to address. And so one other thing I just noticed, this elevation doesn't have that utility bay that you're contemplating, and I presume that you're
correct
planning to do that. So you need to do something here.
Yeah, you need to
utility
change
bay
that.
and extend the roof over that. And there's just a lot of moving parts here. I think that they
Right.
need more resolution than we can rush into.
okay. Well, yeah, we have to update the drawings and get those filed, and so that's still a process to do. So we can come back to the ARB at your next meeting and show you that final outcome.
We'll be here, yeah. It'll be
Okay.
quick. Yeah, be quick and easy, so.
Yeah.
The next meeting is November 4th. Bill.
Okay,
So I'll put you on the agenda for then.
great. Yeah, and we've got to finish up a building permit set of plans anyhow, so we can make those updates with that set, get that filed, and Tom is working feverishly on issuing building permits, we know, so we're giving him more to do. Okay.
All right.
But thank you for your input. I know Jason appreciated it, and so thanks for your well-considered thoughts.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night, Bill.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. We'll see each other November 4th.
You want to wait one
Who
second?
was Shay Harding?
Hold on. Guys, hold on 1 second. Daisy, are we off YouTube or?
No, you want me to,
No.
should I stop recording?
Well,
Who
when
is
we're
she
done,
hiding?
then before everybody runs away, can we talk
Okay.
1 second?
So just, I guess the meeting's over. I'm going to stop the